Colonel, what's up?
Nothing's up.
You look like you...
Shooter to Kingmaster. Approaching Alpha Delta.
All quiet.
Roger that, Shooter. Nomad Squadron is en route. They're a few minutes behind schedule. Rendezvous with Nomad and proceed to rescue Major Illich.
Roger that. We'll wait. All right, here come the birds with the Delta boys.
Shooter 1 to Blackhawks. Nomad Squadron, how do you read me?
Nomad 6-1, loud and clear, Cap. 63. Okay, Cap.
Saddle up, boys. Nomad 6-1, follow me in.
Roger that. Copy.
Jesus, their weapon again.
Shooter 1 to Kingmaster, we have Red Moon. We're on our way back.
Good news, Shooter. Nice job.
Be advised, we stopped a convoy that may have had another one of those bombs. Very large explosion. Shoot her out.
You all right, Major? Yes.
Another of those explosions, and they had Russians with them. Advisors, maybe.
Russians?
That's right. The PJ saw them and exchanged fire.
Mercenaries. Could you hear what they were saying? Just voices.
They were definitely talking in Russian. Something about taking trucks down south. One of my guys heard him.
We have to talk to Lapointe. General.
Colonel?
D-Ray has the lead on the weapon.
When we picked up Major Illich, one of my men heard them speaking in Russian.
You sure of this?
Sergeant Grinberg's mother is from St. Petersburg. He speaks Russian fluently.
What did he hear?
The guy was on the radio. They were taking trucks to a city in the south.
The only thing down there is Mogadishu. 100 miles southeast in the mountains.
Clay City. It's got those old buildings backed into the hills. Plenty of places to hide.
Shit. Give me some iron, I'll blow it up tonight.
Captain, those ruins are archaeologically significant. We can't just blow them up. We have to send in ground troops to check it out.
They'll be shredded in the alleys if the enemy's there.
We've got to worry about the weapon, too.
Send the assault teams. We'll support them with the AC-130. We can avoid the ruins and the civilian areas.
I say blow the whole damn place back to the Stone Age where it belongs.
Who are you sending to the Stone Age now, Captain?
General, we have reports of Russians among the rebels.
Impossible.
Major Illich heard them speaking too, sir.
The Major must have been confused.
What do you think, Colonel?
Major Reel's plan makes sense. We'll fly back up.
Russian planes will not attack these ruins. This would be an international outrage.
We can do it with or without the MiGs. Your call, General.
Guess that's without.
Sam's destroyed.
Crew, we are 02 miles from target area. We're gonna secure the drop zone for the Blackhawks, then support the forces on the ground. SO Spence, you ready on the weapons?
Ready to fire as soon as we have a target.
Let's do it. Open rear hatch.
We're ready. Line fixed. We're reeling him in. We got him. We got him.
Good work, crew.
You got him, Spooky?
Roger that, Will. Bravo 8 Commander is aboard. Returning to base.
Good work, Major. Damn good work.
Thanks, Will.
Werewolf 1 to tower. Request permission to land.
Wolf 1, you're cleared to land.
Марков, команд. У нас топлы до кончаться. Хорошо.
Признайся, Бишоп. Ничего у тебя не получается.
Colonel, you have heavy damage. Boss, you okay? You bailing out?
I'm all right. I have control of the plane. I'll land.
Roger that. I'm right behind you.
Attention, Allied forces. Witness the destruction of Karuth at the hands of our newest weapon. This is not an outpost. Black Noise cannot be stopped. We will communicate demands and conditions shortly. Let us see how far your arrogance gets you now. Time is short, so I'll keep this brief. As you all know, the Russian criminal organization Blatnoy was working with the rebels in Africa, at least partly to gain material to develop their weapon. They call it Trinity. We saw the results in Karuth. They are now threatening to destroy Dubai in the same way. The assumption is that the Blatnoy will continue to attack other vulnerable cities even if Dubai gives in to their demands. The Russian government has promised to stop them. Frankly, we don't think they can. As we saw in Africa, they have been successful in corrupting even the most decorated Russian units. General Staglishov and his entire squadron are presumed to be working with them. They have also employed some of the same African and international mercenaries, hiring them to be in their gang. Task Force 108 has been moved north to help defend Dubai. We are also going to work with additional NATO units. We have two goals here. One is to stop whatever they have planned in Dubai. The other is to find those weapons and destroy them. We believe they are on ships somewhere. We are continuing to develop intelligence. For the time being, the helicopter squadron will operate from the aircraft carrier. Captain Robinson, I understand your men have done this before?
Yes, sir. We did that all the time in the Gulf War.
A bomber squadron led by Major Reel will join the task force at Eritrea. Colonel Bishop, do I have that right?
That's right. They'll be due out in a few days from the Air Force Base in Texas.
She will be happy to be back in a bomber, I'm sure. We have a British squadron heading south, and two naval squadrons from the US carrier joining us. Bonne chance.
No secondary explosions. None of them had Trinity then.
Looks that way.
Maybe they don't have any more of those bombs.
I wouldn't count on it.
By the authority of UN Security Council resolutions under Article 42, you are ordered to stand by and prepare to be searched. Cut your engines. I repeat, you are ordered to cut your engines. Should you fail to comply, we will destroy your bridge. Thank you for your cooperation. All right, let's find out what they got down there. Nomads, let's move in.
Begin descent. Hammer 3 to shooter. Operation complete. All ships are secure.
Good work, Hammer 3. Do we have Trinity?
Sorry, shooter. That's a negative.
Roger that. Ship secure. Damn.
На месте вчерашней атаки продолжают работать спасатели. Однако истинные масштабы трагедии пока не ясны, так как зона поражения очень велика. Число жертв составляет 10 тысяч человек.
Damage from yesterday's attack northeast of Moscow is becoming increasingly apparent as additional
Ответственность за нападение взяла на себя криминальная организация под названием...
To recap, Blatnoy used threats against Dubai and the rest of the Middle East as a smokescreen to prepare for the coup by the so-called NRF, or New Russian Federation. 24 divisions are known to have joined the Russian coup. Moscow is now under their control. The rest of the rebelling units are in the Black Sea and Caucasus region. The area General Staglishov commanded.
I never trusted that bastard.
We have additional information about some of the key people involved in the coup. The airman leading the coup air force is the same one we encountered in Africa. His name is Markov, and he is deadly. 10 years ago, he was awarded a medal as a Gheroi Rossikoy Federatsy, a hero of the Russian Federation, for his flying. And now, he is even better. Huh?
He's still a scumbag.
He has a shark's mouth on his aircraft. Hence the nickname Akula, or Shark.
You know, a shark bastard.
We believe that hitting the NRF strongholds hard will prevent others from joining them. Task Force 108 will work from Volgograd with loyal Russians. More NATO forces will join us in a few days. Major Reel's bomber squadron is already here. They've used this weapon, as you have seen, against some military bases. Trinity is not a bluff.
Magic. We picked up that explosion all the way out here. Was that a nuke?
Magic, they shot a cruise missile that must have contained a Trinity warhead. I say again, NRF has armed cruise missiles with Trinity. Saddle up, Warwolves. We're heading back.
Whoa. They nailed it.
Yes, sir. Missile struck it. That's where the feed ends.
That was definitely Staglishov. And Markov. I'd recognize him anywhere.
You know him that well?
I know him, Colonel. I flew with him.
When?
Many times. So, you're flying with my squadron today, Colonel?
Yes, we'll be there.
I am happy. Thank you, my friend. We can beat them. I'm sorry. It is personal. The women, you know.
The women or woman? You dog!
I'll see you at the briefing.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We ought to check the planes. I don't know if these Russian crew dogs can tell the difference between a turbine and a prop.
You know, you can always tune the engines yourself, Guts.
I may. Hey! Only one pilot fills out a flight suit that well.
You'll be filling a grave if you're not careful.
Jan, good to have you back with us.
Good to be back, Bishop. How are you?
Good. Any trouble with the jet?
Just like putting on an old pair of jeans. Don't say anything about getting into my pants, Captain, or I'll deck you. I heard you saved their butts the other day over the Black Sea. If we keep this up, the Russians are gonna make us honorary citizens.
I'll settle for a lifetime supply of vodka.
I gotta get back to work, Colonel.
Razor Leader, this is Magic. How do you copy?
Strong comm, Magic. Go ahead.
Be advised, Global Hawk Asset Bird Dog has observed ICBM launch trucks on the move. They appear to be readying for a launch.
Acknowledge, Magic. Clock is running.
Affirmative, Razor.
Razor, this is Warwolf 1. Can I have a sitrep?
All targets within visual range have been destroyed. Warwolf, we're taking a straight run back. We don't have any fuel for sightseeing.
Roger that, Razor.
Hey, Warwolf. Why do you think the ICBM trucks moved to fire?
Not sure I'm following you, Major.
Radar's never picked us up, but they got a launch order.
All sorts of possibilities, Major.
Razor.
Жители в спешке покидают город. В центре города уже...
Ждем прямой репортаж из Москвы. Улицы заняты повстанцами и вооруженными батальонами.
Forces have completed deployment along the outer rim of the city.
и начали высадку войск. Напряжение в...
Thank you, General. Our objective, Moscow. The NRF took the city in the early hours of the coup. The Russian army and NATO forces are now in position to launch a full-scale counter-attack. The NRF are expected to resist with all their military strength. They still have 3 Trinity warheads. And we have received intel that all 3 are in cruise missile form. Warwolf Squadron will secure the Moscow airspace. The Bomber Squadron, led by Major Reel, will destroy the missile batteries in the north and east of the city. Captain Robinson and his helicopters will support the Allied forces on the ground. You will likely be the first to the Kremlin, Captain. Colonel Markov, the Shark, is leading the coup air force. He is every bit as good as they say, maybe better. Be careful.
Hey, Colonel. You thinking about that Shark bastard?
Yeah,
I'm gonna nail that son of a bitch.
we are, Guts.
Colonel.
I'm ready, General.
Good. We're counting on you. It is our turn to be on the offense. With an all-out attack, we can retake the city. That will be all.
Hey. We'll get him.
This time.
Colonel,
You ready, D-Ray?
I'm all over this. I could do it in my sleep.
Hey, man. You still got New York in the playoffs?
You bet your ass I do.
Give me odds on San Diego.
Screw your odds.
Straight up, $10.
You're on.
Kick ass, all right? And live to tell about it.
Always. Shooter 1 to Apaches. Kremlin ahead. Anything that moves, take it out. We're looking good, Jack. Ground assault's just about wrapped up.
Shit, Cap, what the hell is that?
Cruise missile inbound.
Damn. Oh my God, Colonel. They just blew the crap out of Moscow. They're insane, man. Insane.
Так нельзя. Мы выдубываем с вожжей. Мы должны согласиться на их условия.
Боюсь, что я согласен.
Можно использовать оставшееся оружие до переговоров о сдаче. Здесь мои отряды. Нам надо идти.
Так быстро сдаетесь, генерал?
Придется. Стадия операции провалилась.
Да к черту операцию! Главное — отомстить! Босния? Я удивлен, генерал. Вы ведь должны были уничтожить здесь все следы русских. Помните девушку, которая сняла это фото, генерал? Кристу. Она была моей женой. Сказал бы я тогда об этом, вы бы отправили бы меня под трибунал. Но да, моя жена... И сволочи американцы убили ее своими бомбами. Вот в чем дело-то, генерал! Это Марков.
Это я.
Вы очень опоздали без всякой причины.
У нас есть бойцы и оружие. Я отправляюсь навстречу.
Встретимся на месте. Are you listening? Американский! Готов к отпуску. И я никогда это не забуду.
Да.
Markov and Illich were assigned during the Bosnian War secretly to fly planes for the government, which the Russians considered allies. Markov is believed to have shot down a NATO plane. He was secretly married to a woman named Krista Yoslov, apparently against orders. Unfortunately, she was killed when an American bombing raid went off course. Major Illich was a friend of his during the war. They served together. Apparently, Illich credits him with saving his life. That's his psychological profile. Basically, you can expect no mercy. The coup forces that managed to escape refueled somewhere in Africa before flying to South America. We presume they are somewhere in the north of the region, though we have so far failed to locate them. Venezuela, Brazil, and Cuba are all possibilities. 2 aircraft carriers and all available assets are in the southern Caribbean now, concentrating on the search. But as you know, that's a wide area. We've also been hampered by Hurricane Alex. You'll get a detailed weather report shortly, but the winds are topping at 120 knots. Your squadron has been tasked to protect southern Florida. As it happens, you'll be joined by the man who probably knows Markov and Illich best, Colonel Bishop. He'll be leading Warwolf Squadron. Colonel Bishop will brief you on tactics. I don't have to tell you how important this is. That weapon will obliterate whatever it hits. We get one chance. Colonel?
Markov is far beyond good. But we can beat him. That's all I have to say.
Warwolf 1, this is Homestead Tower. Renew the taxi to runway 5. Position and hold.
Homestead Tower, Warwolf 1. Moving on taxiway.
Warwolf, Colonel Bishop. Colonel!
Let me through.
Major.
I knew you could do it.
Just barely. What guts.
No one's told you? He picked up his emergency beacon. There's still hope. Rescue's already on their way.
Yes.
I saw my death in my dreams many times, but I didn't die. I was better than my fears, better than my nightmares. But to find out, I had to face them all. I had to get through the worst to prove I was the best. That was my reality.
Yeah!